out of storage space?
To the saber evacuation.
Man, I'm telling. Hey, what's going on? What are you arguing about?
We got together to celebrate our progress, but it looks like we've reached the limits of a constructive discussion regarding our different views
We can't
on...
agree on the playlist. I say nothing beats good old rock and roll, but it seems our tastes got pretty rotten in some branches. Please, why can't we at least take it easy with the music? Chill out, calm our nerves. If you ask me, we should get us some turntables and launch a proper set. Turn this place into a club.
You might not have noticed, but I was trying to make a point. If you really have to listen to music now, pick something we can focus to and think about the challenges ahead. Ever heard of a surgeon celebrating while the patient is still on the operating table?
Yada, yada, yada. I bet your taste in music is just about as fresh as that patient.
That's because your narrow mind will never grasp the beauty of AI-fueled synth jazz.
Okay, guys, let's not kill ourselves over a stupid party playlist, please. You never said what you'd want to hear. Let's turn up those guitars. Now you're talking.
Unbelievable.
Look, there's definitely one thing we have in common. We are very emotional about a party playlist. Of course we are. Hey, I just realized something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we all start out playing with Frickle Pickle?
Oh my word. Just as I was fighting so hard to get that memory out of my mind, the very mention of that ludicrous name makes me want to die of humiliation.
Come on, it was a high school rock band. It had to be cringy to be authentic.
I actually have fond memories. Blisters on my fingers from strumming those strings all night.
Hey, remember that gig we had in a shed and the electricity died and we ended up moving to a total stranger's house for an epic after party?
And thank goodness that joke of a band broke up when everyone went away to college.
Speak for yourself. I got together with the guys several years later and we jammed on the weekends. And to think it all started with Uncle Martin's guitar.
He wasn't exactly a perfect teacher, unless you wanted to learn how to chug a bottle of beer in under 5 seconds.
That's because he was a musician, not a babysitter. Remember the first thing he made us play? Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. But the bastard was too drunk to find his way back out.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
I wonder if we'd even remember how to play that simple tune. I haven't touched a guitar in ages.
I went back to fiddling with the instrument a little bit when we moved with Lena. Nothing serious, though.
Tinkering with synth loops was more my thing.
Luckily, we're not here to perform music.
You know what? You're right. We should definitely do it. You really are a genius. I bet we could write a song Uncle Martin would dig. All we need is a guitar. You up to it?
Hi.
Hello?
Jan, this is Maxwell. I have good news. I managed to get your rescue team airborne.
Glad to hear it. I made progress too.
Well done. And how is your cargo?
Rubidium? Yeah, it's safe, don't worry.
Good. And your alters? Are there many of them?
I'm trying to keep their number limited.
Of course. I'm sure it's a challenging experience every time, but you mustn't be afraid to do anything that can increase your chances, Jan. You should know I've been busy too. Testing the waters, as they say, about the possible fate of your potential crew after you come back.
You mean you still haven't told anyone?
It's too early, Jan.
Why?
There's one thing you need to understand about those people. No one makes it to the board of a corporation for being nice. It's an award you get for putting the interests of stakeholders before anything else. Which boils down to being a passive opportunist with no moral center.
Wait a second. Don't you work for them?
I work with them, Jan. Does it mean I can't have dreams of my own?
Dreams? What dreams?
Would you laugh if I told you I believe we can change the face of the world? Like depleting resources, insufficient food production, they're just symptoms. We could get to the cause.
How?
Think, Jan. You can see it clearly now. The truth about life. Because what is it really? Nothing but a predetermined string of events, distorted with myriads of random, meaningless decisions. We spend centuries looking for some kind of sense in it, some kind of meaningful pattern or recipe. Still, no satisfactory answer comes. Until, once in hundreds, maybe thousands of years, a chance appears to make a leap in our understanding of reality.
And you think this is it?
Well, ever since I learned about your discovery, I keep thinking about Rubidium as the opportunity for us to stop being slaves to chaos. That is why, contrary to the members of the board, I will sacrifice everything to protect your mission.
It feels good to have somebody on my side.
Thank you for your trust. Let me tell you something in return about myself. You see, a career in management wasn't always what I had in mind for myself. I used to be a geneticist, preoccupied by scientific work, exciting, promising experiments.
So, the old research Lucas dug up.
Yes, it was mine.
You're responsible for all this. The mine records, the branching.
It's never just one person, Jan. But yes, I was in charge of that project.
What did you want to achieve?
I can't say any more. I'm sorry. Not now. Not on this connection. For the very same reasons I had to discontinue my work. And this is where it gets tricky. Because if anyone from the board finds out what we've done together, they could get the wrong idea. If you know what I mean.
Okay. I get it.
So it's just between me and you. And I have to warn you, it may get harder for you.
Harder? How?
Well, There might come a moment when the interest of your alters, at least some of them, will differ significantly from yours.
Are you trying to scare me?
I just want you to prepare.
For what?
Tough decisions.
That's very cryptic.
Well, it's the best I can do. Remember, we're both in uncharted territory. Lucas is working on establishing the most convenient rendezvous point. He'll dispatch the coordinates to you as soon as he's found a good location.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Take care, Jan. It's going well. Just keep it up, and you'll be proud of yourself.
I know it's... Okay, I've got us a guitar. Now, what do we want to play? How about something from our old repertoire? We had a few hits up our sleeves.
For crying out loud, can't you just let it go? Do you really want to sing something a 16-year-old version of yourself wrote?
True. That could be a bit awkward. But we had some sick tunes. How about this? We could use one of our old tunes, but come up with new lyrics. Something fresh and relatable to, well, our audience.
And by audience, you mean?
Us, obviously. Let's write about us. What do you think, Jan? I like it. Let's get down to it. That's the spirit.
And what exactly would you write about?
Like I said, something relatable. We should write about us, our crew. What unites us, what divides us.
I would add something about the love that we share. All good songs are about love.
Right. We could have a few verses about things we lost along the way. Sounds like a plan. I'll take the first verse. You, Brainiac?
What about me?
What's your subject of choice?
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
Nope. We're in this together.
Fine. Give me the shortest part.
And what'll you sing about?
Quantum mechanics? What else? Let's add some meaning to this pointless activity.
Okay, then. Jan, your turn. You take the second verse. What are you gonna sing about?
I could sing about all the things we've been through.
Well, that could work. You could start with something like, on the path I left behind.
How about, I've been roaming with no guiding light.
Yeah, but I'm no longer left all by myself. Together, we can win this fight. All right, looks like we've got it.
Let's just get this over with.
Come on, even you can take the stick out of your ass once in a while. Okay, here goes. Growing up apart, we shared surprisingly common ground, feeling nothing more than regret. Till the coin got flipped around.
Things never said in quantum state now won't remain unspoken. The clock is unwound, the choice is unsound, could now reopen. What if I gotta spend a day with you again? Of all the things that I regret, it's losing you that truly hurts.
If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another
the path I left behind. I've been roaming with no guiding light, but I'm no longer left all by myself. Together we can win this fight. And though it seems now anything could be undone, would you be really missing things if they were never truly gone? If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today, oh, if I could take us somewhere now, let us win this race against the sun and find a place where we could hide tonight.
Did we stop again? Are we there already? The base seems to be a bit wobbly.
Are you sure we're not moving? Or like alcohol intoxication has wreaked havoc on your vestibular system.
My what?
We're not moving. Something has to be blocking our way again. The navigation readings are curious.
Curious? In what way?
I don't know exactly, but something's distorting them.
Okay. Nothing cures a hangover like taking a walk. Wanna go and check that thing out, Jan? Hey, Jan. Got a minute for me? Long day, huh?
Hey, you feeling all right? Honestly, been better. Yeah. I need to replenish my electrolytes. Would be easier if we had any isotonics left in the storage room. Someone must have got to them first. Hey there. You wanted to talk about something? Yeah. I've been thinking about the branching thing. It's so confusing. Tell me about it. I mean, remember how I told you about my body? The one I know versus this one? Well, I don't get it. Why is it exactly that we're created with different minds, like, different beverages or snacks, but then we all end up in the same packaging? It doesn't make much sense. Huh. I guess the technology isn't quite there yet. Maybe recreating a body different than the original is just complicated. I mean, all the medical issues, the rate of cell aging, that kind of stuff. To be honest, I don't know shit about how this thing works. Well, would feel good to be compatible with my outside wrapping. Huh. I never looked at it that way. I know, and honestly, I find it a little hard to understand. I mean, how can you be so careless about your body? It's the only one you'll ever have, man. Why'd you let it become so neglected? I guess I just had more important things to do. Studying, settling down, buying a house. Funny. Now that I look at it, you probably didn't have my motivation. Which was? Well, for me, it all started when I moved abroad. After Mom died, I decided to stay there, and for a while it was pretty lonely out there. Didn't you have friends? Not at first, no. You can laugh, but I was a little apprehensive to jump into a new environment. It was just work and sleep, and some bad eating habits. So that's when you started working out. Out of boredom at first, then kind of became a fun thing. I made friends, started going out a lot, but by that time, the gym had become an important part of my routine. I drank less, slept better, and it just made me feel in control of my life. I get you. Now that you told me the whole story. Thanks. Maybe if I could get back to my routine here, at least in some way, it could really help me shake off all this anxiety. I'd probably sleep better, feel more like me. Do you think there's a chance you could help me get my hands on some exercise equipment here? I could try. Really? Thanks, bro. I knew I could confide in you. Hey, you feeling all right?
Yep, yeah. Just a little dizzy after last night. I don't think I ate enough fatty foods. Not that we have any in here. Could have made more pierogi.
You need to do this? You need me to take care of this? Want me to take a look there?
Hey, you feeling all right?
What? Oh, I don't remember anything from last night, except for waking up in the technician's bed, which I'd rather forget.
Hey, you feeling all right?
I think my metabolism of glucose might have been affected. I'm finding it hard to concentrate. That's exactly what I feared. This party was premature.
Is that? Another kind of anomaly? Sure distorting gravity around here. We need to think of a way to deal with it if we want to push on. What is this? A new anomaly?
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
find me when you have a moment.
You're never gonna believe what I found. Let me guess. A time-distorting anomaly? What? How did you know? Well, considering the presence of this huge gravitational anomaly in this area and Frankov's calculations, I expected you to stumble upon one sooner or later. As you know, differences in gravitational potentials create the effect of time dilation. So, I just connected the dots. You could have done it as well, had you taken the time to stop and think. I guess I was too busy discovering it. Of course, the credit is yours. Now, tell me more about it. Well, when I got inside this thing, it just, slowed me down while all around you time seemed to speed up? Yeah. What a discovery, Jan. This is just getting more and more fascinating. Well, it's pretty hard to get rid of. The closer I get to its core, the more time I lose on the outside. Yes, but you're also approaching the center of its gravity, which means that the core should slow down and be an easier target. Huh. Interesting. I'll think about that. Thanks. Hey, I took a closer look at our obstacle. It looks like something is distorting the gravity field around here. Good thing our base stopped, or we'd just be floating around in the air like those rocks. Amazing. The sheer scale of it. I wonder if it's related to the interval. Yeah, this planet, so full of mysteries. It's almost a shame we need to get out of here in a hurry. I can take the pressure, don't worry. But we can't expect to deal with a problem if we don't understand it properly. How do you suggest we go about it? We'll need to start by collecting more data about the field distortion characteristics. The base should have blueprints for a device called a gravity sensor. Once you craft it, it needs to be placed somewhere high to cover as much ground as possible. We're in a canyon, right? So maybe a ledge somewhere high up would be good. I'll mark potential spots on your map. Okay, I'm on it. What's up? Listen, I don't know about you, but I made a disturbing observation. The technician. He's not quite himself. I think he's still tired and hungover after the party. I'm worried there's more to it. He spends quite a lot of time sulking next to the sheep. What about you? Are you feeling okay? This conversation is far from typical. Are you trying to be smart right now? Because I'm being serious. That's why I think we should do something about the technician's mental state. Give him something positive to focus on. Like what? At the party, he talked a lot about our grandparents' basement. Oh, right. Yeah, our gamer's den. Glad you share his enthusiasm. I have an idea on how to design a module that would resemble that den. A place perfect for people who, like the technician, are driven by nostalgia and entertainment. Now that I think of it, I might even look into an intellectually stimulating card game and throw that in. Okay, sure. I'll consider it. Don't take too long. My to-do list is hardly ever empty. What?
Done. Should I take care of this now? Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
What if I could've?
Huh. Incredible.
see where this leads.
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
Whoa. This anomaly. I haven't seen them behave like this.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
What's up?
There was something wrong with her. I saw it. And I didn't do anything. Wait, what the hell happened to her? Why does it look like she's gone? Molly's gone.
What? But why? I mean, no, that's not possible. There was never any problem with her.
I came to see her like I did every day, and she was just lying motionless, cold and stiff. That's just unthinkable. Such an innocent little being.
Yeah, poor thing. Never got to see a real meadow in her short life. At least her life had meaning. She will be remembered as the first living organism ever to be created with the use of rubidium. She was our loyal companion on this journey. Let's at least honor her with a moment's silence.
Here, here.
Should I remind you that we are in the kitchen? The place where food is prepared? The longer Molly is lying around in here, the higher the risk of contamination. He called her by her name. And he does have a point. Let's just decide what to do quickly and get back to work. This is taking too much time. Molly's been a part of this mission before any of us arrived. In a way, she paved the way for us. I say we bury her with honors.
You know what's the best thing about sheep? They're humble and simple. I don't think Molly would want us to make a fuss over her.
Still, we are talking about corporate property here. I say we put her in the freezer and take her back to Earth. Ally Corp scientists might be interested in her. But it's your call, Jan. You're the captain. What do you think? Let's bury her with honors on this godforsaken planet.
No. We can't do that.
What? Why not?
Don't you all remember what they said at training? If any member of the crew dies for an unknown reason, it is the duty of the scientist on board to carry out a post-mortem without delay.
Member of the crew?
She was a live being, and her cause of death is unknown. We should find out what really happened. We owe it to her, and to ourselves.
And it's a mandatory procedure. Let's do it. Let's perform an autopsy and see what we can find out. All right? I won't argue with procedures.
should take care of this. Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
Hey there. Time to wake up. Don't be freaked out, okay? Everything's fine. Yeah, of course. Right. So, where do you think you are? Oh, looks like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And not. Well, it's a mining mission. Remember signing up for that? Getting on board the ship? Going into cryosleep? Yes, I do. But why do I feel as if I'm looking in a distorted mirror? Are you... me? Is this some kind of metaphysical experience? In a way, you could say that. But before we get into it, I need to ask you some routine questions. You know who you are? Sound question. A lifetime isn't enough to find the answer. Look, it's not a test. Stating your name and role on this mission will be enough. Okay. In that case, my name is Jan Dolsky. I volunteered to join the crew as a physician. I passed all the tests. They told me my resume was adequate. So, what went wrong? Wrong? No, relax, man, everything's fine. The only reason you're here, looking at a distorted image of yourself, is that, well, I'm Jan Dolsky too, and I just created you as an alternative version of me with a different life, different skills. What? How's that supposed to be fine? Wait, does that mean yeah, you're my alter. But my life, I was supposed to... I wanted to make amends. And you can still do that, believe me. Plenty of good deeds to be done here. You don't understand. I need to fix things. Everything's connected. My scars, the blisters on my hands. Wow. They're so... impeccable. And my tattoo. It's gone. What happened to me? Who am I? Calm down, please. I know this is a lot to process, but it might help you to know that you're not the first to be going through this. Talking to the others might help you understand it all better. Take your time. Try to settle in gradually. Read the mission logs. Mission logs? I'm not dead, right? This isn't it. No, man. Your life has just begun. Huh. The absurd man says yes, and his efforts will henceforth be unceasing. Come again? Oh, just, a quote that came to me from, never mind. Just get some rest.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Would you like me to take care of that? This now? done here. Should I help with this now?
It's seriously comforting that we're securing so much rupidium. Yeah, one important task duly addressed.
take care of this now? You need to do this? We're running out of storage space, you know? Hey, I'd like a word with you. go there next? All done. Should I take care of this now?
Hey, are you done with the post-mortem? Did you find Molly's cause of death? Yes and no. Don't you just love science? I know the direct cause of death, and it wasn't food poisoning. No? No, it was a severe brain hemorrhage. What? Why? That's the tricky part. Her brain looked changed. Part of it was covered with a strange, transparent film, like mutated tissue of some sort. Any ideas where this tissue came from? I don't know, Jan. I'm not a neurosurgeon, and I'm certainly not a veterinarian. Basic autopsy on a human being is all I'm trained to do. I ran a sample through our standard lab tests, and it doesn't fit any known results. So all I can tell you is this isn't any condition I could put a name on. Well, I guess there's nothing more we can do, at least for now. Why don't we leave it at that and get back to what's important? No. That would be very careless. Just because it seems like an irrelevant distraction doesn't mean we should ignore it. We ruled out bad food and bad air conditioning as a cause of death. That's good news. However, there could be other external factors at play. this planet, the interim. Who knows if the proximity plane doesn't interact with our reality in some ways we don't yet understand? We have no idea about the microbiome here, bacteria, maybe even viruses. Viruses? What are you saying? We should all get tested, just to be on the safe side. So, the technician was right when he urged us to examine the sheep. And we were right to listen to him. Now let's follow through. Okay. How do you want to proceed? MRI scanning. A simple procedure that will give us the first crucial answer. Is anything affecting our brains too? All I need from you is a simple upgrade of our infirmary. Think you can handle that? Okay, I'll take care of it right away. Excellent. We'll start the checkups immediately after it's ready. I discovered something new. An anomaly that seemed to be pulsating. Pulsating? As in shrinking and expanding? Yeah, and it seemed to have two cores inside. Very interesting. Thank you for bringing this observation to me. I suppose destroying it will be easier if you time your movement accordingly to the pattern in which it pulsates? Huh. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. There was something you wanted to talk about. Yeah. This journey. It's taking longer than I thought. Gives me more time to think. Practice all those theoretical scenarios in my head again. Are you stressed about going home? Wouldn't you be? So many unknowns. The way it's gonna play out. When I finally appear on Lena's doorstep, will I catch her after her morning run, or does she not do that anymore? And where does she even live? But most of all, will she be happy to see me, or will it scare the shit out of her? I'm not sure you really care about her feelings. This fantasy seems to be all about you getting what you want. You're right. I want this to happen so much. Just tell me at least if she still watches that stupid comedy show. You know, the one about a bunch of eggheads trying to make a video game that sells. Yeah, that's the one. She'd eat a packet of roasted peanuts and laugh her ass off. Right. And then it was, honey, I'm out of peanuts. You're not going to the store by any chance? Oh man, exactly. I loved that. I hated that. Huh. You're gonna think this is funny, but I'm experiencing this strange feeling when we talk about our common memories with her. Like an annoying itch that I can't scratch. I think I might be jealous.
Jealous? Of whom? Me?
No, not who. More like jealous of what? All those things I shared with her, intimate moments, I thought they were just between me and her. Now, I have to live with the fact that you had them too. So, even if I did, does it reduce the value of what you shared with her? Maybe not objectively, but it's hard to be cool about it. All those thoughts, such as, did she feel the same way with him or was it different for her? It's like with being cheated on. Sometimes it can be easier to accept it when it's just physical, but it can be much more painful when it actually involves feelings. And someone else suddenly enters a space that was supposed to only belong to the two of you. The conversations you had, that restaurant you liked together, the music you shared. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. There was a time when I thought Lena was cheating on me. What? Things were already beyond repair for us. I think I just needed to blame someone else for it. Find an easy explanation as to why she was so distant from me. Was it true? No. And I can see now how childish it was of me. And I know it's not very mature to be feeling what I'm feeling now. But that's just jealousy for you. It's not rational in any way. Still, you just can't help it. And all it does is make your mind go crazy. And it's the quickest way to kill a relationship. Maybe it does let something toxic creep in. Suspicion. Possessiveness. But then again, some people say it keeps the fire burning. And that without it, love wouldn't be love, but mere friendship. Without any passion. What do you think? I really can't say. Maybe it's because love has so many faces. Who can say if a passionate affair is better than steady family love? Maybe they can coexist. Maybe. You know what? I shouldn't have touched on this subject in the first place. What? Why not? It's opening up too many wounds. I guess I just miss her. Simple as that. I hope she calls again soon. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Anytime. Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Huh. My old watch. The award we got for civil bravery. It was nice that someone appreciated our sacrifice. Civil bravery? Why? That boy at the contest. Yeah. That's when I realized how good it feels to help somebody. Thank you. Look at that smile. Dreamt about Lena again? I have something for you. The exercise equipment you asked for.
Awesome, man! I knew I could rely on you. Can't wait to try these babies out.